Good morning, children. Welcome back to Maths Track 1 session. I hope you are doing well in mathematics subject as well as other subjects also, because the way you are sending the homeworks, the way you are sending the messages, it's very good. So keep that interest till the end of the academic year. That means after that I am not asking you to don't show any interest. If you once started showing interest on any subject, it will be in your mind forever, children. So that's why every day 1 hour you just spend for completely for doing maths. That means practice like anything, children. Maybe you all feel that by seeing the problem, this sum, yeah, I know it very easily. You just tell me, I'll do it. You'll tell like that to your parents. But once you started doing on the sum on the paper, the pen will not move from that position. That pen will not move from that place where the sum is. So that's why I am telling you, by seeing max we cannot say I know this one very easily, I can do it. But where coming to the examination point of view or any time practicing, the pen will not move from that place. I am challenging with you. Okay, until unless you have to practice thoroughly. Okay, next, coming to the exercise 1.1, page number 14. All of you open page number 14, children. In that, we finished up to 5 sums. Now, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am going to explain how to do it. How to solve the 6, 7, 8, 9, I will tell you. And by read 10 and 11. 10 and 11 questions are very easy. That means all are very easy only. But 10 and 11, you have to read the textbook, and if you want, you can listen my last previous videos. That means last week what I said, in those videos also, if you listen very carefully, answers are there. Or else, one more option is there. If you go through the textbook again, so you can answer very easily. Is it clear? Now I am going to explain for you 6th sum. All of you open your textbook and get ready. Okay? So I am reading the question. I think you all are ready with your textbook. Multiply 6 by 13 by the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. Multiply 6 by 13 by the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. Every time, at least twice or thrice, read the question, children, until unless it go into your mind. While reading, you will get some concepts. Understood? While reading, nothing will happen. You will get an ideas how to do it. Sir told to read multiply 6 by 13 by the reciprocal of minus. Not like that. Try to understand the first problem. Then you can solve very easily. Okay. So multiply 6 by 13 by the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. Multiply means product. Okay. So what we have to do, product? 6 by 13. 6 by 13 should be multiplied with what? Reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. See here. Here the given number is first you have to find the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. The reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. What is the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16? Reciprocal means you know 16 by 7, that is minus 16 by 7. Okay, the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16 is minus 16 by 7. Don't copy it in the CW. Okay, just do it as a homework. Just I am giving you explanation how to do. Now, the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16 is minus 16 by 7. Now, what he asked? Multiply 6 by 13. Means 6 by 13, you have to multiply with the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16. What is the reciprocal of minus 7 by 16? 16 by 7. Minus 16 by 7. So, minus 16 by 7. See here, if you have any cancellation like numerator and denominator, here numerator and denominator, or the into is telling like this. See, 6 and 7, 13 and 16. Any chance of cancellation means you can do cancellation very easily. Okay. If not, what to do? If not, nothing. Just multiply numerator, denominator. So, you will get the answer here. Okay, multiply 6 into minus 16, 13 into 7. I am not writing the answer because I am giving you how to do the explanation. Okay, so you can do as a homework. Next, coming to the 7th question in that, tell what property allows you to compute, means as you all aware of that properties like closure, associative, commutative, zero, roll of 1, distributive property, like that. Now is asking the question that 1 by 3 into, I am writing the question that 1 by 3 into 6 into 4 by 3 as 1 by 3 into 6 into 4 by 3. So by saying this clearly you can say that it belongs to which property. So if you clearly observe here, A into B into C, okay, and A into B into C. If you clearly observe this, which property it is? Associative property under multiplication, because here multiplication symbol is there. If it is there plus, you can write associative property under addition. Here there is a multiply symbol, so you can write it as associative property under multiplication. Okay, now coming to the 8th question. You can see 8th question in your textbook, children. See there, 8th question there. Okay, is 8 by 9 is the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 by 8. 8th question is 8 by 9 is the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 by 8. Why or why not is asking. Okay, here 8 by 9 is given. The sum number is 8. 8 by 9 is the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 by 8. Here they gave question minus 1 by 8. Now it's asking 8 by 9 is asking, listen very clearly. 8 by 9 is there, no? This 8 by 9 is the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 by 8 is asking. So first what to do means, first find the multiplicative inverse of this. Okay, first find multiplicative inverse of minus 1 by 8. First change this into, this is in mixed fraction, change it into proper fraction. So 8 ones are 8, 8 plus 1 9. So 9 by 8, that is minus 9 by 8. Okay, 8 ones are 8, 8 plus 1 9. So minus 9 by 8. Now multiplicative inverse means what? This will become reciprocal. So 8 by 9. So minus 8 by 9. Now here what is the question is given? 8 by 9. Now 8 by 9 is the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 by 8? No. Why? Because these two answers are not same. And we can check in this way also. You all know multiplicative inverse means, see here, 8 by 9 means that is the question given one, into minus 8 by 9. If you multiply these two, always you have to get the answer 1. But here, is it 1 you are getting the answer? No. So that's why you can simply say that they both are not equal. Okay. Next, coming to 9th question here. Coming to the 9th question here. Is 0 by 3 is the multiplicative inverse of 3 1 by 3. 3 1 by 3. Again it is also in mixed fraction. So 3 3s are 9, 9 plus 1 10, 10 by 3. So 0.3 can be written as 3 by 10. Okay, 0.3 can be written as 3 by 10. See here, this is 3 by 10, this is 10 by 3. What is the multiplicative inverse of 10 by 3? 3 by 10. Okay, the multiplicative inverse of 10 by 3 is 3 by 10. So these both are equal. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes, these both are equal. So you can write simply S. He asked the question why or why not, no? See here children. For these two questions they asked why or why not means, listen very carefully. Here 8 by 9. Here 8 by 9 is given. Okay. Means I am telling you, instead of doing all this, we can tell in the direct way. 8 by 9. What you got here? Minus 9 by 8. If you multiply minus 9 by 8, 8 get cancelled, 9 get cancelled, 1. So minus 1 you are getting. But always we have to get answer positive. 1 you have to get. So if you get 1, then minus 1 by 8 is the multiplicative inverse of 8 by 9. In that way also you can say. Similarly, this one also. Here 0.3 is in given decimal. So it can written as 3 by 10. So 3 by 10. After changing this one, 3 3s are 9, 9 plus 1 how much? 10. 10 by 3. So 10 by 3. If you multiply these two, you have to get 1. Check it once. 3 ones, 3 ones. 10 ones, 10 ones. So 1. Why I told both the methods means, children, sometimes you may forgot. Actually, forgot is no question at all. Sometimes if you may forgot means, I am telling you, they asked to check means you can check in this way also. This is also another way, or this is another way. Actually, if you do like this, they will cancel the marks. So don't go through this. Okay, don't do this. Just you can check here 8 by 9 minus 8 by 9. Both are not equal. So why he asked no? Why means 8 by 9 minus 9 by 8. If you multiply this and this, you should get answer 1. But here you got minus 1. So that's why it is not a multiplicative inverse. Next, coming to this one, 0.3, 3 by 10. So 10 by 3 3s are 9, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 by 3. Okay. Multiplicative inverse means for 10 by 3 is 3 by 10. These two are equal. That is also no problem. Because he asked why. Why means, see here, 3 by 10. And what you got here? 10 by 3. Multiply these two, you have to get the answer 1. So that's why they both are. What? Is the question asked multiplicative inverse or not? Yes, it is a multiplicative inverse. Why means you have to write this one. Okay. Next. Coming to the 10th question. As I told you, 10th and 11th question, you can go through the textbook clearly and you can answer properly. Okay. Now, I am going to teach you representation of rational numbers on the number line. So how to represent a rational number? You all know very well, rational number means the numbers which are in the form of p by q, where p comma q belongs to z and q not equals to 0. Okay, those fractions, that means rational numbers is asking us to show on the number line. Okay, listen children, it's very easy if you understand the concept. Okay children, now exercise 1.2. As I told you that representation of number on a number line. See the first question there. Represent these numbers on the number line. The first question is given 7 by 4. What is the first question is given there? 7 by 4. That is first Roman first question. And the first Roman second question is minus 5 by 6. Now this one, this sum you can copy in your CW. Okay, this sum you can copy it in your CW. Write exercise 1.2. Write first question from your textbook. Don't clear the empty one as a question. So write here what is the question given in the textbook very clearly. Now here he asked 7 by 4. The very first thing you have to observe that one is it a positive or negative first of all? Why? Because if it is positive, the sum is going to little bit very easy. If it is negative also easy only, but just I will tell you how to place a number. So that is only the difference. So here 7 by 4. That means no need to go for any negative terms, only positive. So that's why first draw a line with your scale by using a ruler. We call it as a ruler. Scale is another name is ruler. So without using a ruler means without using a scale, don't do the sums. Okay, in your CW. I will check it. There is a checking hours also there. Soon I think maybe you will get today or tomorrow. you are going to get when you have to submit the books in the school. So soon we are going to give that, okay? Maybe if they already posted also, I don't know. Okay, I don't know, I know, but I am not telling that. If I say that I know, then you all will get ready with your books. So that's why get ready always with your CW. Okay, so we don't know when we know, but we don't know when we are going to call you to the school. Okay, that don't worry, that one also we are giving you a timetable. So according to that, you have to come to the school and you have to submit your notes for us. Okay, we'll do a cross check. Next, here the first question is 7 by 4. So all are positive. 7 by 4 no positive. So here first draw a line with a scale and mark here 0. Okay. Here the fraction is 7 by 4. So now everything we can write in as a fraction. Here write here each 1 centimeter, if you mark it, it will be very easy for you. Okay, each 1 centimeter if you mark, it will become very easy for you by using the ruler and pencil. First 0, next 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, 4 by 4, 5 by 4, 6 by 4, 7 by 4. See here 7 by 4. If you want, you can write more also. 8 by 4, 9 by 4, okay, 10 by 4, like that, 9 by 4, like that. Okay, if you want, you can do like this. Now here the question we required only 7 by 4. So where is 7 by 4? Here. So neatly draw with a scale and pencil like this 7 by 4. So this is how to represent a fraction on a number line. Now coming to minus 5 by 6. Whereas coming to minus 5 by 6, draw a first both positive and negative. So it looks very neat. So here first go with here 0. Right side numbers are always positive. So here 6 is the fraction. So 5 means in denominator. So minus 5 by 6. So first here write 1 by 6, 2 by 6, 3 by 6, 4 by 6, 5 by 6, 6 by 6. Okay, next. When you are writing the left side, minus 1 by 6, minus 2 by 6, minus 3 by 6, minus 4 by 6, minus 5 by 6, minus 7 by 6, minus 8 by 6, so on like that. Okay. Now what is the answer? Minus 5 by 6. Where you can see minus 5 by 6? Here. So minus 5 by 6 you can mark it like this. Okay. So this is how to represent a number on a number line. That means rational numbers. Rational numbers means fraction form. So how to represent a fraction on a number line. See the second question, children. That is second Roman. Now represent minus 2 by 11, represent minus 2 by 11, minus 5 by 11, minus 9 by 11 on the number line. All three on the same number line only. All the three on the same number line. See here, if you observe very carefully, all three are negative. So that's why I give more preference to negative numbers. So that's why you can start with here 0. Come this side, left side. Minus 1 by 11. Okay. All are 11 with denominator. So minus 2 by 11. Minus 3 by 11. Minus 4 by 11. Minus 5 by 11. Minus 6 by 11. Minus 7 by 11. Minus 8 by 11, minus 9 by 11, minus 10 by 11, minus 11 by 11, minus 12 by 11. So like this you can write. And see here, the first one is minus 2 by 11. Where it is minus 2 by 11? Here it is. You can round up like this, minus 2 by 11. Next one, minus 5 by 11. Minus 5 by 11. Next one, minus 9 by 11. So like this. So you can mark like this. Means representation of a number on a number line like this. Is it clear, children? That means represent any rational number on the number line means like this you have to write. Okay. Is it clear? Now see the third question, children. Write 5 rational numbers which are smaller than 2. Means which is less than 2. Write 5 rational numbers which are less than 2. Means smaller than 2. Means 2 kanna takkuva. How much? Ante 2 kanna before numbers rayali. Okay. So here it is 2. Okay, up to here you write in CW. Up to here. This one I am explaining and I will tell you how to write. Now 2. 2 before is asking. Ante 2 kanna takkuva. Less than 2. So minus 1. Yes. Next, minus 2, 0, sorry. First you can write even 0 also, no problem. 0 also you can write, and even you can write 1 also, because 2, no, less than 2. So 1 you can write, 0 you can write, minus 1 you can write, minus 2. So like that you want 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So like this you can write. So when you are writing the answer, write question properly. Okay. Write third question in your CW. After second question, write the answer. The 5 rational numbers are the 5 rational numbers. The 5 rational numbers which are smaller than 2. Which are smaller than 2. So like that you write. Then write the solution here. First 1. Okay. Next 0. Minus 1. Minus 2. Minus 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all are less than 2 only. Is it clear? So up to here you can write in your CW. Now there are 4 more sums are there. Okay, children, 4 more sums are there. I will tell you in tomorrow's class. Okay, children, and now today I am going to give you homework. All of you open your diary. Okay, note down in your diary 24/6/21 Thursday maths homework. Okay, what to write now? 6 exercise 1.1, page number 14 and 15. So in that 6 to 11 sums. You may get doubt now. Sir, 11th one is fill in the blanks, no? Where you have to write in the textbook or again in the homework book only. In homework book only you have to write. Okay. Is it clear? So this is your maths homework, children. Is it clear? Now only the sums, which one I asked to do in the classwork, those sums only you have to do in the CW, and the remaining what I gave this homework in homework book. Soon we are going to call to your school for checking your CW. So get ready for that.